Yo, what's up, everybody? I'm back at it. I'll make another one today. This one, I'm gonna keep on going right here with this dude's video. His name, I don't know, it's too bright, but you can see the title right here. The guy right here is his name is Targeted Individuals Be Strong. This guy made a really good video, and I'm gonna just put on my response to what he was saying. I'm gonna let him talk real quick.
And you have to find who you truly are. Okay, it's your higher self is what you're looking to find, and you have to go inside yourself to find it. Okay, don't get stuck. They're breaking universal law, and they're going to be dealt with eventually. Now, is that going to help you escape getting out of this place? No, it's not. The way to escape, to get out of this place, I really strongly feel, is you have to have no fear, you have to be fearless, and you have to find who you truly are. Okay? It's your higher self is what you're looking to find, and you have to go inside yourself to find it. Okay? Don't get stuck in the demiurges, because the demiurge is part of, it's basically fed by your ego. Okay, so if you're egotistical and you're running too much on your ego and you're not being emotionally responsible to yourself, as far as like giving yourself a break once in a while and you're beating yourself up.
All right, so let me just respond to what he was saying right there. He was saying, don't beat yourself up. That's really good advice, because a lot of times in the targeted individual community, and also not just the targeted individuals, but there's also people who don't even know what gang stalking is, or they don't really know, like, the CIA mind control program. They don't really know all the levels to it, like, like y'all know the the way they do V2K, voice to school, the way that they do street theater, the way that they do the campaigns, smear campaigns, noise campaigns. And it's also in the other communities, like the narcissistic abuse community. And for those of you maybe who are targets who don't understand what narcissism is, or don't really understand the deep levels of it, there's actually a real phenomenon. In addition to this targeted individual, in addition to this, there's actually also another another part to this, that's, I think it delves more into the spiritual side of it, demonic side of it, because there's a community and there's a group of people who talk about something called narcissism. And narcissism, it's what the definition is. A lot of people get it twisted. A lot of people think that, being a narcissist is like somebody that's really brash and arrogant and talks really loud. That's an arrogant person, but that's not a narcissist. A narcissist is actually like a real demon in the flesh. And there's actually, like, real videos. There's a lot of good channels out there. My favorite one is Be Good 4000. There's also another channel called Narc Survivor, and they actually talk about that too. So what he just mentioned in this video, what Cody just mentioned, was, he said, don't be too hard on yourself. Now that's a good one, because when I was first going through this program, I remember 2 years ago, exactly right now, 2 years ago, I didn't know what the hell was going. I didn't know what was going on in my life. My life was all upside down. Everything was all over the place in my life. It was a mess. I couldn't sleep for days. I was staying up at night and I couldn't understand why. Then later I figured out that my mom was a narcissist. And then I figured it out. Like, it all started clicking to me, bro. Like, once 2019, that I was trying to start a business in 2019, and my business wasn't working. It was going all slow, and I couldn't understand why. And this is the reason why. It's because of this program called Targeted Individuals. And once I came across this brother right here in 2020, his name was Gang Stalking Simulation. I came across your channel, and I was like, man, this guy is going through the same things I was going through every day. the street theater, the noise campaigns, the all the fake acting, the bots out there, you know, harassing me, people just saying weird comments, like almost getting your personal details correct, all of that. I was going through all of that last year, and I didn't even know why I was going through it. And there's probably somebody watching this that's probably going through a program right now, and you're probably trying to look for answers. You're probably on YouTube going through different channels trying to look for an answer. This is the reason why. I'm gonna let this guy talk now.
Then you're going to get more of the same here, because that's what it's made to do. It's made to do that to you. It's made to make you feel that way. As far as like the memory wipe, I think that a lot of people were memory wiped coming here. And some of us know more than others, obviously, and some of us are waking up faster than others, obviously. But what you have to understand is we are either on the moon, in some type of a holographic simulation, or we are in the Earth in some type of a holographic simulation. But either way, something happened and we passed. Now, it could be a possibility that they blew the universe up, you know, and it jumped everybody over to the next closest, you know, paradigm, and now we exist in this new paradigm and somebody basically pulled out all the plugs to the X.
All right, so let me just go ahead and touch on that. I think that's actually very possible what this guy is saying because, well, if you think about it, 2020 for some people, for some of us, for me especially, it's been some of the most weirdest, like fucked up shit that's ever actually going on. It's been some of the weirdest shit that's going on in the longest time. And even with me and millions of other people out there, like looking up and already knowing this information in their head, even with all that knowledge, it's still possible you could have been trapped in some sort of simulation because you gotta think about it for a second real quick. It's almost like nothing like he said that we could be trapped inside the moon on a hologram or something like that. Now that's like really that's going really deep into it, into the rabbit hole and the conspiracy stuff because well, if you think about it, it's very possible that this all, I mean, life is nothing more than just a test. So I know for me, especially, even with me knowing some of this stuff, because I already knew some of this stuff before I ended up really figuring out or learning what gang stalking was. I already knew some of the conspiracy, like, well, the conspiracy side of it and the spiritual side of it. I knew a lot of it because I was watching videos. If you go to my channel, I've been on YouTube since 8 years. I've been on YouTube, but back then I didn't know about like the different types of forms of manipulation. You see, the only thing I knew was all about that, you know, like I was into because I was into the Christian stuff. I was all into the Jesus stuff and all the religion and the Christianity and the biblical Christianity that they say you have to follow. I was into that stuff and I thought that was the truth because I didn't know no better. And when I was going through that, I was listening. One of the first channels I came across was this brother named Tiario. Now this guy, he put out good information on his videos. When I first saw the videos, they were really good information, but he never touched deep into it. He never touched deeper into it. Like he never talked about the MK Ultra mind control program. He never talked about any of the really deep stuff like the COVID vaccine because this was back in 2015, 2016 when I was watching his videos. I was listening to that message when I was in high school. You see, and there's is shout out to all your young kids out there because the young people, we are actually the ones, we're the generation that's going to actually change it, and we're actually, the conspiracy theorists are right because look at what's going on today in 2021. Look at what's going on right now in the year 2021. Those on YouTube, The conspiracy theorists are right. We are the right ones. We are the correct ones. We ended up being right. And all the people who called us crazy, all the people who said we were crazy, who said we were lunatics back then, they're stupid. They're lost because they they're just now seeing, look at all the stuff that's happening in the world. You see? So we ended up actually being right and they ended up being wrong. You see what I mean? And they called us crazy. And they called us crazy because they persecuted us for our beliefs. You see what I mean? But like I said, y'all, when I was listening to that man Tiario or whatever in 2016, he never really, I mean, he provided solutions. He said some things that were correct because some because Christianity is a good way to start to learn about the higher self, to learn about the universe. It's a good way to begin. It's a good starter pack. It's like a good beginner's pack for the person who's trying to get the truth, who's trying to get the information so that they can progress to the next level in this game. But that's as far as it goes because what's his name, fucking Tiari or whatever, he's not going to talk about the things that we talk about. Just like I said in my last video, just like with Ralph Smart, he's not going to talk about no V2K, he's not going to talk about any of that stuff. No voice to skull, the gang stalking, the target individuals, all that CIA, the mind control, how everything is energy. Everything is energy. That's why just listen to what he said. I'm gonna replay it real quick just so you get it because I know there's people out here who really know what the fuck I'm talking about, who agree with it.
Holographic simulation, or we are in the Earth in some type of a holographic simulation. But either way,
that think about it. That's just what he said. A holographic simulation. What is targeted individuals? What is targeting? What is gang stalking? It's things that don't make sense. It's things that is not possible in a normal world like it used to be. Go back 10 years ago and when you didn't know what was gang stalking or when you yourself weren't going through a program, how did it feel like? It felt like everything was real, right? Like it all mattered was just real, like things were just they just made sense, bro. Like things like weren't like they used to be. And my friend over here, DB, says that. DB from Gang Stalking Simulation, he says the same thing. So I know I'm not the only one saying this. There's other people out there that's also saying this stuff that everything could be simulated. This could be some sort of simulation that we're in. That's why we're being targeted. That's why we're called targeted individuals because things don't add up. Things aren't what they seem. And everything in this world is an energy matrix. It's an energy field. So Nikola Tesla said, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So there you go. So this is going into the spiritual side of it. That's why we need to understand the real secrets. That's why we need to understand voodoo. We need to understand dark magic. We need to understand dark Hika rituals, and we need to go deep into that stuff because I believe the real that's the real deal right there. That's got to be the real deal because all that Jesus stuff, all that religion stuff, it never helped us. It never helped melanated people. I'm gonna let this brother talk real quick and let him continue on what he was saying.
something happened and we passed. Now, it could be a possibility that they blew the universe up, and it jumped everybody over to the next closest, paradigm, and now we exist in this new paradigm and somebody basically pulled out all the plugs to the exits, and we're stuck here, until we can find a way to get out. So
it's the universe. That's what it is.
I don't know how long it's going to take for some of us to get out, but I can tell you this. I know the eternal struggle is inside ourselves, and that's what we need to, concentrate on. We need to find out who we truly are, okay? You have to look at yourself from outside the box. You have to look at yourself from an observer on your life and try to figure out who this person is. You know, because the avatar that you're using here is not you. That's not the person that you are. Okay. So I believe once you find out who you truly are and you get on that love frequency, I think you can get out of here. I think the doors will start opening and you'll find your way out. That's what I'm hoping. But you know, quit torturing yourself, quit beating yourself up, and start loving yourself. Start loving the people in your life. As far as cloning and all that stuff, I don't know what's going on with all that. Okay. I know people are being cloned 100%. I know that.
So he just said cloning. He mentioned cloning. Now, that's going really into the real conspiracy stuff of it. The cloning, you know how they're doing that? They're doing that with the stem cell research. That's going deep into CERN, that's going deep into the stem cell research. And this is a very real possibility because with cloning, man, you got to understand that Google and them and all these the big tech, they are very evil. They're very very evil. Amazon, the big tech, all those big companies, they're evil, man. They're doing the cloning by taking people's personalities. It's the AI program. They're taking people's personalities and like let's say somebody dies and they still have their phone with them, right? They can clone that person just by using copying their data that they put into and they put their it's called the fingerprint, the data, the online fingerprint. They copy that data and they can make a human out of that person, out of that individual that died. They could clone a whole damn human. So that's what I'm saying. Like you might not even know if the person next to you, and when you go inside the grocery store, you don't even know if they're real or not. You don't even know. That's why you go outside and some of these people acting like freaking bots. Some of these people are goddamn bots, goddamn robots. You don't even know anymore, bro. Like it's crazy. Shit's getting fucking crazy, man. Like you might go somewhere in a crowded area and damn near like good 40% of those people might not even be real. 40% of these people might be some fake ass fucking artificial intelligence. Like imagine the technology that they have, like what he was saying. Imagine like, dude, they got the technology to make these phones, to make these freaking smartphones. So just imagine how deep, even more advanced into the future. We're talking about 100 years into the future type technology. You don't think they can make a clone of someone? You don't think that they're not cloning, like they can't clone like your teacher, your government. They can't make a clone of like, this information is deep, man. This is real deep. That's how they're trying to make people slaves for artificial intelligence. They already made people slaves for artificial intelligence. Actually, they already did it. All those movies like that is real. So now the thing is, now we need to stick together, man. We gotta stick together because this stuff this is not gonna change. This is not gonna change. We need to fight back. We need to get on that plan. People in that Facebook group, if you're serious, we gotta get our own land. We need to get our own land. We need to get our things together. We need to form our own society because this is some real shit. This is some deep, deep shit that humanity has got itself into. It's deep. So I appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all listening. Make sure to stay tuned into the channel. Like, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell me your thoughts on this. I'm going to post a link to the original video. His name is Cody, and he uploaded this, I believe, 2 years ago when it came out. So I don't know how he's doing now. I don't know how the brother is doing now, but I know that the video itself got 1,000 views. I know there's comments on there, so I know he reached people. And this targeted individual shit is real, bro. And none of the big channel, like all the, if if you if you are a targeted individual and you know the channels from, you were listening to the truth channels from before the year 2020, before the year 2020, the big channels out there in the conscious community, not the TI stuff, not the gang stalking, but the conscious community. Talking about the big channels like Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, other channels like that. This guy's name too. The other guy from New York. You're listening to Pharaoh, and you're listening to people like Bro Sanchez, Pharaoh. Is the other guy listening to basically the conscious community or the conspiracy theorist community, like also people in that community too. This big channels, they don't talk about this. They're not talking about that. So this targeted individual, just by you being a targeted individual, you're in some deep shit. That's like that's the crop, the cream of the crop. All right, so I appreciate y'all for listening. Hope you have a good rest of your day. This is a targeted individual. Bomb Entertainment signing out.